Okay, we are live in all the places. And I'm going to go ahead and let people into the room if you're okay with that. It's good? Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello, Samantha.
Good morning.
Hello. Hi. Hi, Praveen and Chris. Susie and Jurgen, welcome, welcome. We're going to kick things off here in just a moment with our Monday tools call. And just a heads up that we are streaming live on Facebook and X and LinkedIn. So don't share any personal information that you don't want out in the public space. Hello, Carrie. Saying hi in the chat. Okay, does anybody have any questions about the community or anything that's just been on your mind before, while I'm waiting for people to join and before we reach the top of the hour? Hello, Jurgen. Happy New Year to you. Everybody good? Awesome. Drop an X in the chat if you are currently enrolled in the Chief AI Officer certification program, if you're working towards your certification right now. I know we have a couple of people on here who have already achieved theirs as well. Oh, cool, Samantha. Awesome. Bernadette, fabulous. Bernadette, I think you were contemplating your capstone, right, on one of the calls last week.
Yes, I was. And I
Awesome.
still am. So I'm thinking
yeah.
about it so I can get that moving here.
Yeah. Have you got in contact with Segovia?
Not yet, because I went out of town for a few days. So I'm going to
Okay,
reach
cool.
out to him this week.
Fabulous, fabulous. And Carrie, congratulations. She enrolled over the weekend. That's so exciting. Hello, Kim, Karan, and Christy. Hi, guys.
Happy Monday. Oops, I'm
Hello.
Maybe. Oh, there I am.
There we are. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and kick things off. And then Sherry Kotvis is our guest today. She's going to be good at getting into Gamma here shortly. So make sure you guys are paying attention because it's going to be fabulous and you're definitely going to learn something new. No worries, Jurgen. You do not have to rush your camera if you do not want to. You can camera at your own pace here. Okay, so this is the smart cut that Sherry's going to be diving into here shortly. Oh no, this is one of them that she'll touch on. But where she's going to start is this AI driven sales pitch with Gamma. So I will share the links for these because it does have like a slide deck that you can download and you can move through on your own as well. And then if we have time, she's also going to get into the quick and easy website setup with Gamma. And there's a transform videos into slideshows with Gamma as well. So we'll see how much time we have today, but I will share all of these links with you so that you have access to them. And you can move through Gamma at your own pace when you do so desire. So if you are new here, I know we have a lot of people who are seasoned in the community, and I love you guys being here and sharing your input along the way. But if you're new here, if you signed up for a trial, or you're just getting started in the community space, it's very robust. There's a lot of places that you can explore here. I would definitely keep your eyes on this AI news and updates tab in the community because there's valuable AI related articles and discussion topics that are posted here that you can dive into, add your commentary, ask your questions, and you can also create your own posts and articles. We just ask that if you do contribute here, that you that it's a quality post, and that when you share the link, if it's an article you found somewhere that's related to AI news, that you also share a little bit of context about what you're thinking around it or what your opinion or what your question is, so that there's a place for us to know, what you're asking or what you're thinking or how you would like us to share feedback with you. So this is on the AI news and updates tab. And then the other place that is valuable is the questions and feedback. So if you are an AI insider, or if you are in that trial period of your membership, you can come to this questions and feedback channel, and our community responds. So we have people here who are coming in from different careers, asking about how to position themselves in the marketplace. Dawn here was attending an AI bot summit, and so she was sharing some of the information that she learned there. This is just a place where you can come and ask questions or share where you're at, and really get the support of the community. And hands down, that is the most valuable thing here, is the community contribution. So any class that you attend, you will see our community stand up and contribute. And everybody has different backgrounds. Everybody comes from their own domain, out in the workplace, and some of them have owned businesses, some of them are in the corporate field, some of them are individual consultants that are venturing out and marketing themselves as chief AI officers. So we have a variety of different people in the community, and I would definitely utilize their expertise, whether you're asking a question in the class or if you're here in the community and asking questions in that chat channel. Do not try to navigate anything alone, because chances are somebody here has already figured some of the at least beginning steps out that they can share with you. So I clicked the events tab at the top of the community, and this is where you can see our class schedule. So on Mondays, we have 2 classes. Right now, we're in the AI powered productivity and tools call. And then later tonight, Christy, who is here, leads the AI governance call, which is incredibly valuable. And then on Tuesdays, Segovia does prompting essentials. On Wednesdays, we have Wayne, who does AI consulting business blueprint. On Thursdays, Chris Lannon, who is also here, does workflow automation. And then on Fridays, we have CAIO Live, which is where Lee does a recap of kind of what you missed throughout the week in all the classes. There's also an opportunity for you to share your wins or ask for support where you need it. And then the last segment of that call is AI news that he's come across. And I love hearing that part of it, because he always finds things that were not in my realm of consciousness. It's exciting to see. On Monday, the 20th, we do not have any classes. This is MLK Day and Inauguration Day. And so we decided to take classes off just because the world will likely be distracted. So we're going to take a break next Monday, but the rest of the month, we have our regular class schedule. And the only other thing I want to mention, I will drop this link in the chat, is our affiliate program. So at the beginning of February, we have another Using AI at Work challenge coming up. And if you sign up to be an affiliate, and it is a little bit of a process, so I'm mentioning this now so that you can start your application process, get approval, get the links that you need so that you can promote our challenge. If you promote to someone who ends up signing up for the Chief AI Officer Certification Program, you can make up to 30% commission off of their sign up. So it's super valuable to be a part of this, and we would love to have you support our challenges. So I'm just going to drop this in the chat right now. And if you want to sign up, you can do that. Kim said 120 is also the National College Football Championship game. So yeah, lots of distractions on the 20th. Lots of distractions. Okay, guys, cool. Any questions before I hand things over to Sherry and let her get into Gamma with us? Any community questions or anything you're trying to figure out or locate that I can help you with? You can drop it in the chat or you can come off mute, whichever works for you. Everybody good? Okay, guys. Hi, Steve. Hi, Ricky. Hello, hello. Okay, Sherry, the floor is yours.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sherry Kotvis. I'm a Chief AI Officer, and today I am going to be hopefully bringing some new information regarding Gamma. So just to give me an idea of who in the audience is already using Gamma, they're up and running, I'd love to hear from you. If you could put a 1 in the chat, and then for anyone else that has never seen it, has never used it, if you could put a 0, that way it'll give me an idea. Love Gamma? Absolutely. Okay, got several people that are using it, several people. Okay, great. It looks like we have a pretty decent balance of people that are currently using it and have never used it. So what I'll do right now is I will go ahead and start just basically giving you a introduction of what Gamma is. And I'm going to open my Smart Cut here. Okay, can everyone see that okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great, great. So Gamma is, it's actually my new favorite go-to when it comes to creating presentations. Back in the day, I used to have to create PowerPoint presentations from scratch, and took a long time for me to put something together. And so this has really been a game changer for me. It's probably my one of my 3 top tools other than ChatGPT and HeyGen. So I really love using Gamma whenever I am trying to create a visual, whether it be a presentation or a website, or you can actually even use it to create more attractive looking documents. So what we'll do is we'll just kind of dive into what HeyGen does, and it's actually just bringing your content to life. It's kind of how I look at it. You can use HeyGen. I'm sorry, I'm talking about HeyGen. You can use Gamma to, transform any kind of content that you have in text, and give it images, give it graphics. You could insert videos, you could insert PowerPoints. I'm sorry, you can insert PDFs. You can do a lot of different things with it. And so for baseline, all you're going to do is you're going to gather whatever content that you have, whether it be a document, maybe it's an old rusty PowerPoint that you had and you want to kind of brush things up. Maybe it's a website that you have and you want to create a PowerPoint. So all you're going to do is gather all of your content that you want to use for your presentation. And then you're going to go ahead and, of course, set up an account. They have a free version and then they have a paid version. So I believe the free version, you have up to maybe 8 cards you can use without making a monthly payment. But if you want to kind of up your game a little bit, the next level up would be $10 a month, and you get up to 15 cards, which is actually slides. It's the same thing as slides. So you want to go ahead and set that up. And then what I oftentimes do is I'll go into ChatGPT and maybe I'll put my old, rusty, outdated document into ChatGPT, and I'll have ChatGPT kind of help me give my content some new life. And then I'll take that document and I'm going to use that now for Gamma. So all you need to do is you clearly state whatever your purpose is in your sales pitch. And I'm going to show you a demo. This is just a slideshow for now, but I'll show you an actual demo so you can see it in action. But what you're going to do is you're going to have some areas where you can either upload a document, you could put a URL into it, or you can simply put in a prompt, and you can let Gamma go to work for you. So this just kind of gives you an idea of what that might look like if you were typing in a prompt. So for example here, the simple prompt is, I need you to create a concise prompt that we can use on gamma.app for crafting a presentation with its AI feature about our video editing app. So it's telling Gamma what it wants to do. So then you can actually go into chat and you could say, I think I want something a little more robust. So you can take your simple prompt and you can put that into Chat GPT. And then you can copy and paste that into the little section where it asks you for your prompt. Then what you're going to see it do is it's going to ask you, do you want a presentation? Do you want a website, or do you want a document? So you're going to say, I'm looking for a presentation, for example. And then what you do is you've got your prompt in here, and then you're going to click generate. And then what it's going to do is it's going to indicate what is going to be on each slide. They call them cards. So it's going to give you a topic on each card of what that's going to look like. And then you click continue. So you can go in here and you can actually edit them. And then, if you don't like what it's telling you, you can change things around. Then when you go to generate, you're going to get another screen that pops up, and it's going to give you some options. You can pick your theme. They have quite a few different color schemes and different layouts. You can kind of play with them. You can also shuffle your cards. So maybe you have one card selected and you might want to maybe play around with the coloring. You can use the shuffle feature. So I like that. I just started using that feature. Then you're going to click, whenever you select your theme, you're going to go ahead and click generate again. And then you're going to get your auto-populated information into your slideshow. So it actually creates all of your slides for you within a matter of a minute or two. It's very, very quick. So to me, it takes a lot of the work out of trying to be creative. It actually gives you a really good baseline of what you might want your presentation to look like. And you can also go in and you can edit the slides if you don't quite like them. You can, you can change out the images, you can change out the graphics, you can change out the fonts, the content, the actual script, and then you make any necessary changes, and then from there you can simply go ahead and click preview, and when you click preview, it's going to show you your whole presentation. And you can go back and forth and you can edit it and make any kind of adjustments you want. And then you can either download it as a PDF or you can save it as a link and you can send it to someone. So it's really a very, very easy tool to use. You don't have to know technology. You don't have to know PowerPoint. And it's just really, really wonderful. So some of the questions that they're saying that they do get at Gamma is, maybe how does Gamma enhance my sales pitch? They kind of go through some of the most frequently asked questions. What are the key components of a compelling sales pitch? How do I ensure my sales pitches are personalized? They just kind of have a few FAQs for you. But it's very intuitive, very user-friendly, and you can literally start using it as soon as we get off the call. It's super, super easy to use. So as I mentioned earlier, there's also more features. They not only the sales pitch, but they have here websites. So with the website, it's very similar to creating a presentation because it's taking that same content, and instead of creating it in a stagnant document, it's actually going to be a URL. So you can actually link up your domain name to whatever website you create with this. So that's really, really great. And again, it's the same process. You're going to just go through the slides, edit them, and away you go. And then you just go ahead and publish it. And then with documents as well, again, you can create more attractive looking documents rather than a simple, just a white paper with black ink. You can now get a little more creative with your documents. So that is pretty much it in a nutshell. If you'd like, I can take any questions, or we can go on to, I can open up my my platform. Does anyone have any questions? Pretty self-explanatory.
So Sherry, when you're doing that, if you're doing a sales pitch, how do you use a custom template instead of using the standard one? So let's say you want to use yours, but you'd rather use yours as the sales pitch versus one of Gamma's standards.
So that is, let's see here. Let me go into what I was going to do next, Kim, was I was going to show everyone, let's see, where's my window? Right before the call, all of my windows just shut down. So I got a little panicked here. But what I was going to do is go into Prompt Vault, and I was actually going to create a, let me see if I can, give me just a second. Let me see if I can find my, hang on one second here.
You can import
Yeah, go ahead. Well,
presentations. That's right. You can import presentations. I haven't tried to import. You're talking about the themes? Is what you're talking
Yeah,
about,
you can
Jim?
put your own custom theme template in there, your custom one instead of the
Yeah.
standard. The two options are standard and custom. And I just thought the group would like to know how to put a custom one in there in case they wanted to have one that was more like their business or like who they're doing the pitch to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've not changed that
So
yet.
I don't claim to be an expert. So
Can't.
I've been using this for, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, 2 months. And there is a feature, like you mentioned, Kim, there's a feature down here. This was the one that I just started playing with, is templates, but I have not done custom templates.
Hey, Sherry, if you go under theme, you can new
Yeah.
theme import a
Yep.
theme.
You should be able to bring it in there. I've actually done it. I just thought the group would like to know.
Yeah.
So you do the
Yeah.
import theme, and if you have a PowerPoint doc that has your theme in it, you can import it in there. So when you create it, on the page where you click theme, there's a standard tab, but then you push custom, and then your import will come in, and then you can create the PowerPoint in your custom template.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the one that you mentioned, the import. So it appears that you can take something, maybe a presentation that you already have.
Or
Um,
just the template you've created. Um, so you might want to just show the group where it is, where we're, versus you can do it where you were, or you can do it while you're in progress.
yeah. So what I was gonna do for the group to start with is I was going to kind of show them the different gamma options here. Here's where you can create new. And then this is going to show you, as I mentioned earlier, you can either paste in a text, you can do a one prompt generate, or you can take a URL file. So for example, for paste in text, what I was planning on doing was giving an example of using Prompt Vault. So I don't know if everyone's familiar, Megan, with Prompt Vault.
I did just drop the link
Okay,
in
great.
there where you can create an account if you don't have Prompt Vault.
Okay, great. So Prompt Vault is a really amazing tool that we all have access to. And you can look up different titles. You can there's so many different subjects in here. So under category, I'm going to create a social media strategy. So in the social media strategies, there is a tab here, social media, plan social media campaign, and then they have advanced social campaign. And then I like this one here. I thought showing a social strategy in a presentation might be useful for some of you that are looking at, marketing. So when you click on this, it's got some variables in here. And I'm just going to ask it to create a social media strategy for me that I can automatically put into Gamma. So when you take a look at this, you can change the platform to Facebook. You can change it to LinkedIn. You can change it to whatever platform you're interested in. But I'm just going to go ahead with Instagram for the purposes of this demo. And then I'm going to go ahead and run my prompt. And my prompt can be run either through ChatGPT, Llama, GPT-4o, Claude, or Gemini. I'm just going to leave it at ChatGPT, and I'm going to go ahead and run the prompt. And then this is a really great guide now. I can edit this, I can change it out, but I'm going to go ahead and just copy this, and I'm going to put this into my Gamma now. So you might recall what I did is I was in the main page, and I had these 3 different options. And I'm just going to paste that text right in here. Okay, so now I've got a social media strategy that I am going to actually create a presentation with. So I'm just looking it over. For the purposes of this, I'm just going to leave everything as is. But you can go in here and you can change things out. And then I'm going to leave presentation. All right. And then I'm just going to leave this at default, but you do have different options. You can change the different layouts. And then I'm going to click continue. And then I typically don't do too much with this left-hand column. I've been pretty pleased with how it generates content for me based on these defaults. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave the defaults, but you can go ahead and change them out. You can kind of play with those. And then I have the I don't have the upgrade version, but I have the $10 a month version. So I can actually do up to 15 cards. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep it at 8 just for simplicity purposes today. And I'm going to click continue. Now this is where I can go ahead and I can pick my theme. How are we doing on time, Megan?
You are doing great.
Okay, great. So here's where I can pick my theme. So I can also shuffle. So if you see here, this is the theme that's chosen for me, but I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it. And shuffle it again, maybe shuffle it one more time. Let's go with this. I kind of like this one. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to click generate. And then watch what happens.
Voila.
Voila. All right. See how fast that was? Pretty amazing. And then the nice thing about this is that you can go in and you can change out these graphics. If you don't like the graphic, if you don't, if you want to change the header, if you want, maybe if you want some more interesting content. There's all kinds of ways you can edit the presentation. And then they have these little icons up here that I would use as guides. You can change your styling. Maybe you want to change the layout. Maybe you want to add a backdrop. Has anyone ever tried adding the backdrop before?
No, but someone had asked about changing the pictures. If you double click that picture on the right, you can get
Yep.
into the actual prompt for the picture
Yep.
and change it out, use
Yep.
a different picture, modify it, use the wizard on it, whatever.
Right, right. Yeah, so you can actually click on anything in the content, and you can change it out. So let's say I want to change this image. Maybe I want to see what kind of AI images will come up. Let's see, how do I try to remember?
Just double click it, double click the image itself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Then you
here,
can scroll down for more, or
yep.
you can change the prompt.
Yeah. So here's your options. If you want to, maybe you want to change it to this option, you can take a look at it. Maybe you don't like any of them. You can go into, let's see here. Here's your prompt. So maybe you want to enhance the prompt. Maybe you don't like that prompt. You just click on enhance prompt, and then you can go ahead and click generate, and it's going to give you more options for images. So here's some other options. I would be careful also of anything that has lettering on it to make sure everything is spelled correctly.
It rarely spells everything perfectly in an image.
Yeah, right. So there's really a lot of things you can. I'm going to change that one out. Kind of bothers me. Let's see. How about that one? So there's so many things that you can do with editing. And for example, let's say you're looking at your presentation and you say, well, I have a video that I'd like to add to this slide. You can definitely do that. You can simply go to your, let's see, okay, you take your little icon and you add it. Okay. And now you just find your link in your YouTube channel and you can add your YouTube video. There's other things you can do. You can take a image from a website. You can create an AI image. You can also, if you have a Loom recording and you want to add a little Loom recording in this little slide here, all you do is you click on that and you take your link and you can embed a Loom video. You can take a PDF file. If you have maybe an instructional document that you want to provide as support documents for that particular slide, you can do that. If you have an Instagram or any kind of social media you want to put in here, if you have a Calendly link at the end of your presentation and you want to provide your Calendly link, you just click on that and you go ahead and put your Calendly link in there. So there's so many things you can do with this. It's just endless.
Hi, can I ask a question? This is Susie.
Yeah.
I was using it in a quick jump last week. I had a presentation and I had a completely white page PowerPoint presentation, and I wanted some creativity and some images. And I don't have the paid version, and that might have been the reason, I don't know, but I wanted some collaboration images, the pictures of people, and they came up, they were not diverse people, and it really was, I didn't want to use just the same type of people, the same kind of perfect looking models. I wanted more of a diverse look to it, and it kept running the same cycle of images like 4 maybe 4 images. And I couldn't get past that. I was just trying to find something that made it look a little bit more diverse in people in a group setting. And I'm just wondering if that was because I wasn't using a paid version, or was I not in like a more applicable theme or something. So anyway, I dropped it and just used my own PowerPoint images, but that wasn't, it didn't give me what I wanted, and I just didn't know. And thank you for sharing all the tools, but I wasn't sure if those images, I asked for images, you know, to look on, you know, Google and things like that. And I just couldn't get a sound look of images. There was just the same ones that kept popping up.
Yeah, I know that Gamma's not perfect, but they do have other ways you can capture images, like Unsplash Images. That's a free, royalty-free images that you can run searches in.
Okay.
Also create your own images using some of the AI tools out there, like Ideogram. Have you played around with any of the AI tools where you could actually create more images that you're specifically looking for?
Well, I just wanted an office photo of people in a collab situation. So no, I didn't have anything to use, and I was just looking for something new and fresh.
Okay.
It just seemed like everybody was at the same age, and it was just all the same look. They all looked like perfect models, and
Sure.
I guess I was just looking for that kind of a look. I wanted something a little more diverse. And it was like only 4 images that it offered me. And I'm just wondering, that could have been because I didn't have the, you know, the updated
So
the page.
do you have the free version?
I do, because I'm just starting with it, and I
Yeah,
wanted to see how I
yeah,
like it and worked with it. It wasn't that I needed more cards. I was just
right,
looking for more creative looks.
right.
So
Yeah.
Sherry, this is Christy.
Yeah.
I believe Gamma uses Leonardo AI in the background. I believe that's what it uses, and I've used Leonardo quite a bit. Try to go in, click on the I don't think it has to do with the fact that you're just using a free version, but if you click on the picture to replace it, what I would do is go to ChatGPT and ask it to write a prompt for you to get a diverse group of people. You know, I find that with ChatGPT, I can just tell it what I want. So I get on voice and just say, I need a conference room image with just a mix of people, shapes, sizes, ethnicities, male, female, ages. And I need you to help me write a prompt for Leonardo.ai so that it will do that. And it will write you the prompt. Then take that prompt and put it into Gamma for the picture and see if you don't get it. Now, Gamma will only give you 4 images at a time because that's what it does. Because it's not typically an image generator, although it does create the images. And it'll let you continue to do it over and over and over again, but it's because it creates the prompt for you. But I believe it uses Leonardo, so just ask ChatGPT to create you that prompt specifically for that. I haven't had an issue, but it's not I don't think I've specifically wanted a specific image. I've gone in several times and been unhappy with images and just ran it several times until I got something else. But I have worked with Leonardo and had to go through multiple iterations to get something from it. I love Leonardo. It's one of the better image generators, but I had to use ChatGPT to figure out how to speak with it right to get what I wanted.
that's great information. I mean, it's just an extra step because I guess they're just not prepared for it yet. But yes, I mean, I wasn't looking for something totally out of the ordinary. I just think that the choices were completely all the same. There wasn't diversity to those options. So that's a great suggestion. Thank you so much for that, Christy. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Christy.
Sometimes you just got to play with it and get creative.
Yeah,
That's all there is to it.
right. Yeah, I mean, and I would imagine over time Gamma will get more sophisticated and better with their image library and their image generators. So I would just experiment. A lot of this is all about experimenting. So
Sometimes at night when you're working on something late at night, you just want to do it fast and you're hoping to get what you need. That's all.
yeah.
Hey, Sherry, you might want to show them if you click on the wizard, like where it says boosting Instagram, click on that wizard right there.
Yeah.
And then you can make things longer. You can make them shorter. And the cool thing is the slides will grow lengthwise where PowerPoint won't. That's one of the things I like about Gamma is if you make it longer, yeah, it'll make the slide depth, go deeper if need
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, let's say you're like, oh, I'm not really happy with that. Just not enough information. You can just say,
Yeah.
make it longer. Or you can say simplify language. I mean, it just gives you so many options that you can play around with. And then they've got just different layouts. You can have different breaks in the sections. You can have bullet points. I just love playing around with it. And then this here, this is where you can take just the one, if you like one slide and you just want to download it, you can just download one slide. You can also duplicate a card. You can add a hyperlink into a card, or here's your little trash bucket. Here is where, again, you can change your layout to different layouts here. You can also add a backdrop, which I just discovered this myself. So if I want to add a backdrop to my screen, I'm going to go ahead and just click that. I'm not going to really edit too much. I'm just going to show you what it does. See, so there was an issue. Okay, well, I guess okay, so you can kind of see the backdrop there. You see that? Right around here, right around the edges. Do y'all see that?
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't know about that feature. I just discovered that within the last couple of days. So you can add a backdrop and then I can go in here and I can edit it. I can change it out. So I thought that was pretty neat that you could do that. And then I wanted to touch on not exactly Kim's question, but I did want to touch on the templates a little bit, which does give you ideas. So this is not necessarily like uploading your own PowerPoint, but it is nice because it does give you different template options. So if you're looking for something maybe a little more, maybe more a little specific, like start a sales pitch, maybe you're looking for something that's just a little more specific to your needs, you can go into the templates and kind of review these. And all you do is you can preview it and you can say yay or nay. I like this, I don't like it. And then you can play around with the backgrounds a little bit. And then you can click use this template. And now we've got an actual layout, and this is where you can put in your own information. And there may be an option in here, I'm not entirely sure if there's an option in here where you can take your own content. Does anyone know? Like if they use a template from the library, but they use their own content, is that somehow married together? Has anyone tried that?
I've imported a PowerPoint in, and it gave me the content of it. The formatting was weird.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking?
Well, yeah, I was wondering if if I had some content already ready to go, but I wanted to use one of these templates. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so you can do it when you go into the creation where you pick develop my own. It's the one on the left. If you go create new,
Create, okay.
it's the one on the left, paste in text. So notes, outline, or content you'd like to use.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, you can also import files.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Cool. So let me go back to that one that I just created. So this is the one that we just took from a template. And again, you know, you can do a lot of different things with these icons. You can even add notes. There's a note section here. And even if you're not sure what to say, you could actually have AI generate the notes for you based on what they're reading from that slide. So if you're giving a presentation and you need a little bit of help with your presentation in front of an audience, this can help you. Or if you're creating maybe a sales deck or a training deck. That is about it. That's about all I have today.
Thank you, Sherry. There are a couple of questions in the chat. Catherine asked or said that it sounds like it can't be customized very much, but if I understand, like, the customization for the images, it may be a little bit limited, especially if you have a free account, but the customizing is often in the prompting, right? And how specific you are with your prompting, especially for the visual elements.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can even, I mean, anything you put in there, you can edit, you can make it customized.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then will you go back to that, like your library of the things that you've created? Someone asked where the back arrow was. But I guess, like, you have this library of everything you've created, and if you open it up, it opens up a separate file. Is
Yeah.
what's happening. Okay.
Yeah. And then, like, if you want to create a favorites folder, like
Okay.
the ones that you need to get to all the time, you just put a little star next to it. That'll add it to your favorites. Now you can easily find it here.
Awesome. Kim also said that you can, to customize, you can also import it into PowerPoint presentation. And I imagine Google Slides as well, if that's what you use. Awesome. Do we have any other questions for Sherry? And did everybody get the link to the smart cut that they wanted? Carissa says this is great information. She's used Gamma, but you highlighted capabilities that she didn't know it had.
Glad.
Fabulous. That's what we aim for. Learn something new.
Yeah, I know there's always something new that you find when you start to just spend a little more time with these tools. It's like, oh, it does that.
Yes. Yeah. And especially with all the upgrades,
Yeah.
that they're constantly implementing. Karen said, great info. Thank you.
Megan, this is
Yes.
Christy. Just add to just so that nobody's misunderstanding. In Gamma, you can do a lot of customizing. You can make slides, you can change the fonts, you can change the sizes, you can make things more visual. You can do a lot of the customizations within there. You can present from within Gamma.
Do some of the, there you go. Do some
Yeah,
of the customizing options, are they limited by whether you have a free or a paid account?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I just don't want you to think that you can't customize in there. You absolutely can. And you can do, frankly, a lot of things. You can change the, if you don't like the way it's designed, you can go up, you can say, try a different design, try a different whatever.
Paying versions just get you more slides. Like, I have the
Yeah.
pro account, so I can have up to 30 slides.
Okay.
Now I export to PowerPoint just because I like I'm used to presenting out of PowerPoint and having my screens the way I have. That's the only reason I even bother. exporting
Mhm.
PowerPoint.
You can also link. This is something I just learned, that you can link your pages together. So if you have a let's see if I can find that one that I used. You can actually create your presentation, and then you can have like a menu in your on your main page, and you can link those items to your other slides.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, so I was going to show you if I could find an example of how to do that. Let's see here. Let's see if this has a list. Maybe I could do it with this one. So for example, you have this list of this, and then let's say you want to link, well, let's see how it's got this list here.
Mhm.
You can actually, you can cover one topic on each card, and then you can add a hyperlink, and it will take you directly to the card.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, we're reaching the top of the hour. Do we have any last questions for Sherry on Gamma, or anything about the Chief AI Officer community that you have questions about so we can help you? Everybody good? And if you are new here, because this class is open to the public, you can visit chiefaiofficer.com/learn more. I'm dropping that link in the chat right now to sign up for a 14-day trial of the community. That'll get you access to all of the classes that we have every day of the week. And then later tonight, we do have an AI governance class with Christy. So make sure you join us for that if you are a part of the community. Praveen, the recordings are located in the community in the VIP vault. So you can find that on the sidebar whenever you log into the community space. Sometimes they're not up until the day after. So, but all of the recordings are kept in that space. Catherine said, "Thank you. This has been interesting and helpful. I'm so happy to."
That was great. I do have a question. This is Chantal.
Yes.
I just was going to put it in, and it's not related to this, but I thought there might have been something that I missed along the way in one of the sessions. To be able to record a webinar that I'm attending, to get a transcript, so I don't have to take endless notes and I can focus in on what's being talked about.
I would recommend Fathom for that.
Okay.
Especially because the free Fathom account will go a long way.
Okay. And is there any tricks or tips for getting it set up?
Yeah, so I've actually only hopped into accounts that have already been set up, but I know
Okay.
that you do have to download like the Fathom app on your computer, and it will have an auto bot that enters a room. So the only way that it wouldn't work is if you were attending a webinar where they didn't allow note transcribers in the room, because we actually don't allow you guys to add that to our classes because they're private classes. But if it's a public webinar, I imagine that they would allow something like that.
Okay, so worth a try.
Yeah, and then once you join the meeting, your Fathom will automatically prompt and say, "Do you want me to join this meeting?" And then you say yes, and it prompts the host on the other end to allow it in the room.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and it does a whole transcript, breaks it down into bullet point notes. It's very thorough and accurate.
That's great, because I listen to a lot of webinars outside of this group, and you know, it's very difficult because I'm writing notes and then I have to transfer them into a Word doc, and then it's just a lot of work.
Yes.
So
Catherine
shortcut.
Absolutely. Catherine mentioned Otter.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Does anybody know? Does Otter have a plugin? I know it's a transcription service where you can upload a video or an audio, it'll transcribe it for you. Okay. Karen says yes.
Okay.
So Fathom or Otter?
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Curtis?
Yeah, I was curious if, we've been looking at so many tools. Is there any particular sentiment from anybody on other tools besides Gamma. I know Sherry's done a great job with getting into the particulars of how to really use that software. But broadly speaking, has anyone found any other particular presentation type tools that they thought was on par, or something to take a look at?
Good
And
question.
if there's nobody, that's okay. I'm just curious if someone else that says, "Oh yeah, I've used XYZ and it's amazing."
We used to talk about beautiful AI a lot here when we would do our challenges. And we usually, I will state that we usually, when we do our challenges, that's kind of our preferred apps. And Gamma took over for beautiful AI. I haven't used beautiful AI. I've just used Gamma. But the fact that Gamma took its spot should tell you that there's a higher preference for it.
It's easier to use. It's easier to use too, Christy. Beautiful has some little funky things going on in it.
Yeah.
So
That's the other one that I've seen. I've tried Copilot. I've tried using Copilot in PowerPoint. And although it's okay, I still find Gamma much preferred.
Okay, so you'd kind of take the position, and it's broadly speaking, like I just saw Jürgen put in "Hey Jen" for video creation, which is great. Thanks, Jürgen. And I think in the end, probably Christy, you'd agree. Like at some point, you got to pick your tool set and just stick with it. Ignore the noise, and because of course every week there's somebody with brilliant marketing and distracting us all from being done. So yeah, thank you for that. Christy, I appreciate the real world, because after a while you just, at the middle of it, you're going, you know what, I think I'm just going to go get a midday cup of coffee and just do something that I know, PowerPoint, which is the old and tried and true. Thank you. That's all. Thanks, Megan.
Thanks, Curtis. Kelly?
Well, this is my first time attending. I really enjoyed all the information that y'all shared. It was so
Welcome.
useful. I was looking for the link that you was going to put in the chat. I didn't see that link.
For the free trial for the community?
Yes.
I will add that right now. There you go.
Okay. Thank you so much. But enjoyed everybody.
Thanks for coming.
I have one more.
Yes, Curtis.
Yeah, and it's imaging. Talk about fun, trying to get that right image that's not, I think I wrestled with ChatGPT for an hour before I finally just said, "You suck, I'm taking a break." It was just exasperating. And I said, okay. And, the imaging, it seems like there's still too much of a kind of propensity to create these, sort of elaborate art, where sometimes you just want something pragmatic, practical, low key, not always animating everything. So again, another broad question. Anybody have a particular affinity for any in particular that they feel like does a little closer job of, I don't want to say good imaging, but imaging that doesn't require so much rework and argument with the AI about what you're actually really asking it to do? And I do know the prompts are really important. If you can get those nailed, it'll give you exactly what you want, but you got to be a photographer or somebody in those areas. That's it. Thanks, Chrissy. I can see you're ready to tell me something good.
Yeah, I'll throw out that again. Especially for text on an image, I have found that Recraft.ai, I'm just in it right now, frankly. Now, just like all the others, it has several different things of different images, types that you can use. I always use the photorealism or the Recraft version 3 raw. You can play around with it, but either of those I'm always happy with.
Photorealism?
And the Recraft raw, it allows you, it's inexpensive. It allows you to play around with some stuff. I write prompts the way I think. So I put in my brand colors, write the prompts, and I'm extremely happy with what I'm getting. But it has everything from black and whites to pixel art to different things that you can do. I've played around a little bit with the rest. I mean, it has a lot of different types. But that's where I pretty much stay, is up at those two. And if I could invest and say, you know, let me just scream, be your marketer, because it handles text beautifully. And I've seen no other one.
Okay, thank you. Beautiful. Thanks, Christy. Appreciate it. That's all I got, Megan. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Well, I hope you all have a fabulous week. Sherry, thank you for a wonderful class. It seems like everybody learned something new about Gamma or was introduced to it if they hadn't heard of it before. Let us know in the community if there's anything that you need help with. You can message me privately. My name is Megan Monique there. I'm the community coordinator. And we appreciate you guys being here and tuning in. And we'll see you tonight in Christy's AI governance class if you are an AI insider. And in any of our classes throughout the rest of the week. The next class that we have that's public and streamed live is on Friday. It is our Chief AI Officer live call, and those are fun to attend as well. So we hope to see you there. Thanks for being here, and everybody have a great day. Thank you, Sherry.